Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martridge here with your outlook for April 23rd, 2015. And to start off today, going to be a partly cloudy day here for the most part. We're going to call it variably cloudy in the afternoon. We might have an increase in clouds just because there's going to be a separation of instability, or instability created, I should say, between the difference of the surface temperatures, which aren't going to be that warm to begin with, but up aloft in the upper levels of the atmosphere, there's some very, very cold air. So that difference between the two could create a little bit more cloud cover in some areas this afternoon between the difference of the heating of the surface and the colder air aloft. So we might have a passing shower too. Can't rule that out, but for the most part, most areas are mostly cloudy and breezy today. The wind will be an issue today. Temperatures will be an issue also. We're talking about well below normal temperatures. Not talking about snow, but we're talking about below normal temperatures. We're talking about wind gusts that could reach 35 miles per hour. So it'll actually feel a lot chillier than the 50, 52 degrees or thereabout you're going to get to today. So, definitely going to be a shock to what we've been seeing recently with temperatures that are getting up into the 60s, 70s, and even 80 degrees here recently. But behind the cold front that came yesterday, that gave the line of showers and windy conditions of that front doesn't move through. This is where the cold air is going to come behind it. And I think it's going to stick around for a little bit. I'm going to go to the next frame here just to show you some of the global models are showing some very, very light precip here, but is allowing for a passing shower, and a lot of this is attributed to that instability here. We're going to go over to the NAM and give you, this is the high-res future simulated radar. And going a little bit forward from this point here, this is looking at 9 o'clock in the morning. I just want to show you this. See these little light grays that are popping up here on the radar? Not really much here, but I can't rule out a passing shower that moves across the area, especially across your northeastern sections here. That would say the best chance at getting into just a quick isolated shower. The best chance for more cloud cover in the afternoon just because of the difference in temperature between the colder air aloft and the warmer air at the surface. So going back to the global models here, we're going to go a little bit further here. One thing I want to go into is the wind too before we get out of this frame here. Let me go over to that image here. This is a look at the wind gusts here and the wind gusts expected. These greens here are 30-35 miles per hour. These are expected to be peak wind gusts in the afternoon. So it definitely will be on the breezy side pretty much all day, but the concentration of that will be in the afternoon and early evening. We're going to get these strongest wind gusts, and winds will be sustained generally 15 to 25, but you're going to get those gusts up to 35 in some locations across actually a pretty good portion of our coverage area here. So you will be dealing with those breezy conditions today. We're a little bit further in time here, and really not much going on here. Friday's going to be the same deal. Friday's still going to be breezy, but not quite as breezy as it will be today. And then high pressure is going to move in here for the weekend and give us some nice weather. This high pressure is actually sitting over the Ohio Valley at this time, but this is looking at Friday morning. You can still see I got the isobars are pretty close to each other here, so you're still getting some windy conditions here with the flow around high pressure like this. You're getting this flow here from the north, still getting into the colder temperatures on Friday as well, but might be up a degree or two warmer on Friday than it was on Thursday. And also, one other thing I want to touch on before we get into Friday too much. This is the expected low temperatures that are expected early in the morning. You can see some temperatures here that are going to be in the 30s, near freezing, maybe some below freezing temperatures. So this is something we're going to have to worry about if you have some vegetation out there, some plants you want to protect. You will have the wind overnight, so you're not going to have frost, but so if you do stay above freezing, you should be okay. We'll have enough of a breeze to prevent frost from occurring because you don't have the condensation forming, so therefore you can't have the freezing occurring or the frost to occur on the ground if the wind is drying it out. So if you are below freezing, that's the only thing we have to worry about. And your freeze areas are going to be up here, mainly across northeastern PA, northwest New Jersey, maybe some isolated pockets down here in the central areas from the Lehigh Valley back to the lower Susquehanna Valley. Would not be surprised to see some temperatures that are dipping at or below freezing for your night tonight. So just keep a close eye on the sensitive vegetation, the plants that you just planted, just so we can not lose them already this early in the season. Best rule of thumb I always give everybody as far as planting, people have been asking a lot of questions, when should you plant? I would usually wait till around maybe towards the end of the first week of May or the second week of May to really start planning, because you're really done with the frost and freeze at that point. You can still get these late season frosts and freezing to occur in late April yet. So once you usually wait to about Mother's Day or thereabout, usually you're okay. Going a little bit further here, looking at Saturday. Saturday looks like it's okay. Same thing looks like Saturday and Sunday. We're still going to watch this low to our south, but the models are still keeping this area low pressure to our south here. Bad weekend here for the Carolina region, from the Tennessee Valley over to the Carolinas. We're going to be dealing with some rain there. I do think this stays south of us. We might get a few clouds from that streaming northward, especially in our southern sections. But it does look like the system remains to our south here. And we have a pretty nice weekend. Pretty nice as the temperatures moderating a little bit. Might get back into the 60s again. Maybe if it's only lower 60s, still might get to 60 degrees or thereabout Saturday and Sunday. And maybe even Monday. And then we'll have to watch another system here offshore that looks like it's taking off to the northeast here. It's trying to draw some more moisture in here for Monday. Right now we're going to keep it dry because there's not a lot of agreement with the models with what's going on for Monday. I don't think anything's really going to be taking place. We'll keep an eye on it just in case. And there's going to be a bigger system that looks like in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame we might be dealing with. We'll get into that as we get a little bit closer. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marcher. So that is your outlook for April 23rd, 2015. Have a great Thursday.